What's going on, everyone? This is Marco once again here on my journey / process in joining the California Army National Guard, particularly in the Officer Candidate School program. Once again, I'd like to say happy holidays and happy New Year's. I hope everyone's enjoying their holidays and New Year's. As for me, I did graduate Basic Boot Camp or BCT, also known as Basic Combat Training, in Fort Jackson, South Carolina. I did graduate on December 19th of 2022. This video is to show you guys that I am revealing everything that I came back with in my two huge duffel bags, such as some, uniform and equipment that we were able to keep afterward. As my earlier videos shown, when I first got flown to Fort Jackson, I only left with a small backpack containing, some clothing and some hygiene stuff to pretty much survive like a day or two over there with that stuff. I will make another video on that because some of the stuff was kind of interesting when I actually, was able to purchase more hygiene stuff over there in Fort Jackson. This is pretty much mainly for Fort Jackson people. If you're going to Fort Jackson, I can't really speak for any other bases, but I'm pretty sure they're probably going to be similar to this. But like I said, I will show you the stuff that I went with and then the stuff that I came back with. As you can see, these are the two big duffel bags that I came back with. They have the locks and everything. They're fully green standard with the US on labeled on it. I was easily able to get these through customs at the airport because most of the time they know that these are mainly military issued, and I will pretty much reveal everything that's inside of them. Most of them have all my stuff that I had throughout BCT. This is my little bag that I went with. As you can see, this one I did empty out already. There's nothing in there no more. Like I mentioned, obviously, if you look at my other videos, all the stuff that I was taking with me to BCT, it'll show on that video. That's pretty much all I took. And this would be considered a personal bag, and you will not be able to have it throughout your time at BCT. So what they do is they'll label it right here. This is red because when you first get there, you go through reception. You'll be there for about a week. And while you're there, for me, this is what they gave me. Our cycle was red tape, or I don't know how you would call it, because that's the way they labeled ours. And we just put this on our personal bag, and then they will have you label it such as this, which at the time, before it completely faded, it was C as in for Charlie, 81-79. As you can see, the 79 is gone. Charlie was mainly the company that you would be with. 81 was the group that you were with throughout the time at reception. And then 79 was my roster number while at reception. So that was pretty much it on this part. Obviously, others will have a different tape or a different phonetics right here, which will be either Alpha, Bravo, or Charlie. For me, mine was 81. They have different numbers such as 80, 81, 82. Females have a different type of number. But that's mainly for reception. So I wouldn't be too concerned about that, but you would not be able to really have any access to your personal bag for the most part while you're at BCT. So that goes away. Then we get these two huge duffel bags throughout our process at BCT. And as I mentioned earlier, on the red tag, that's for reception time. Obviously, the colors will change. These have a green one, and that's mainly because once we got to our battalion, which mine was 334 Charlie Company, which I was excited to be in. And then the green stands for me being in 4th Platoon. While at Charlie Company, everyone had a different color. 1st Platoon had red. 2nd Platoon had purple. 3rd Platoon had blue. And then 4th Platoon, we had green. And we were known as the Hellhounds. So that's why all your property, your equipment, your pretty much anything that you have, such as your bag that you'll be carrying, your rucksacks, your gas mask, and all that stuff will have a label with your platoon tape color. And then it will have a name plate right here with either your name on it or your roster number. So mine was 417 as my roster number. 4 was for the 4th platoon. And then, of course, 17 was technically my roster number. So we'll just go right into it and go see all the fun stuff that they gave us. As you can see, these are really heavy bags, and they are nice and sturdy that, the zipper won't rip or anything like that, because you can really stuff a lot of things in here, especially important things. And for the most part, these zippers will not, they're supposed to be very sturdy. They do come with a lock. Obviously, for the purpose of this video, I already undid it. And then after you're done, obviously you'll just clip them back on, and then you'll tighten it as much as you can to make it look, nice and presentable. And then you'll also have, your handles right here. And then also you can carry it as a backpack if you like. As you can see, there are straps to it right here. So you carry it as a backpack as well. So there's so many ways to do this, but let's go into it. All right. So as I mentioned, pretty much a majority of my stuff's in here. The only thing I would say is not going to be my graduation uniform, or also known as pinks and greens. I believe the only thing that's in here is going to be my shoes for my pinks and greens, and my undershirts that are probably somewhere in here. My jacket and all that are not going to be in here. So let's continue. These are going to be my shoes from your graduation uniform. Like I mentioned, your pinks and greens. And let's see what else we got in here. There we go. Here's my pinks and greens undershirts and pants. So when you get your pinks and greens, if you like, drop a comment down below. I'll gladly make another video on a uniform, preparation and stuff like that. But due to this, due to this video, I just want to make sure I go buy it quick. You'll get your shoes. You'll get like 2 pairs of socks. You'll get 2 pairs of pants, a long sleeve shirt and a short sleeve shirt. And then, of course, your jacket and a tie. All right. Oh, here's some more. Like, see, you'll get the white shirt. You'll get that. You'll get some gloves. You'll get your nameplate as well. And then you'll have your belt included. All right. Here is all my warm stuff, such as my silks and your waffle tops and bottoms. So that's all my warm stuff, meaning that you'll wear this stuff underneath like your OCPs or technically you're not supposed to wear this under your PTs, but mainly on your OCPs. Like if it's really cold outside, you'll put these on, and then you'll put your OCPs on for, to be able to stay warm. I did use these a few times because I was there during the winter and it was on and off cold. Let alone the rain. Here's my OCPs. This one, like I said, I labeled most of mine, all my Ziploc bags. I'll tell you guys why I put them in Ziploc bags, because all my stuff is rolled up and pretty much good to go. For the most part, this one has my thin ones. So when you get your OCPs, these are your camouflage, uniforms. I'll show you a picture. I'll post it somewhere around here. They'll give you a total of four pairs. 2 of them is going to be like a thicker material, and then 2 of the other ones are thin material. This is my thin ones. For me, I prefer wearing the thin ones because it was nicer for me to wear. It didn't feel too bulky compared to the thick one. This is all the stuff that you'll need for your OCP underneath, such as your socks. You'll have to wear your green socks. You'll have your tan shirts, your hat, And then, of course, your underwear, which in reality, these are tidy whities, but they're in green. So it's up to you guys, whatever you guys want to do with them. Main reason I kept all my stuff is because I'm going to be utilizing them for OCS as well. Here's my other pair of OCPs, and this is my thicker ones. So, like I said, you'll get 2 pairs of shirts or coats, how they call them, and then pants as well. Here's another pair of OCPs. However, these are not your traditional OCPs that you'll be wearing on a daily basis compared to this one and this one. The reason for that is because these are your OCPs for like when it's raining or it's windy or it's snowing. So a lot of these things go over your actual traditional OCPs that you'll be wearing. So you'll have like a rain jacket, rain pants, or we call them wet bottoms, tops and bottoms, and then for the snow as well. So that's for that. When you get your stuff for your graduation, they'll give you these heavy hangers, and I'm assuming it's because it's mainly meant for your jacket and your equipment for your graduation stuff. All right. This is your sleeping mat. So that way you don't sleep on the ground or on the floor or anything you want to do with your sleeping bag. You could roll this out. You roll it out, you blow air into the little tube right here. It inflates a little bit. And then you put your sleeping bag over it. And then obviously now you have a little bit of cushion. So that way you're not sleeping on it. For myself, I can say that I did not use that for that reason. The reason I use this for and the reason it's like this is because I left it on my rucksack. This will mainly be on top of your rucksack while you're rucking. And then if you want to use it, by all means, I know many people use it. I did not. I left it on my rucksack. I turned my rucksack around. Say I used my rucksack like this, and then I used this as a pillow. So that was my preference. Feel free to do however you like or however comfortable is for you. But I used it as a pillow for more convenience for me, let alone while you're rucking and you're out there in the woods. Sometimes, depending on the drill sergeant and your company, you might not get that much sleep. So it's up to you if you want to roll this back up. This was one less thing I had to worry about because it was already attached to my rucksack and it was rolled up. So that was, the convenience for me. It was something that I just had to, get up and leave. That's pretty much it. So that's the first one. Here we go with the second one. And the second one, I believe this one's going to have my ruck in here. And yes, you do get to keep your ruck. Oh, and that includes my hygiene kit. So there you go. Oh, it does have my name on it as well. I didn't have much of an issue. For my platoon and my bay, like I mentioned on my earlier videos, I was thankful and grateful for the guys that I had in my bay and let alone in my platoon, because we hardly had any issues with any type of thefts or anything like that. People did either lose something while we were out on the field or they sometimes misplaced it somewhere. But other than that, there was hardly any type of thefts in my bay. So I was really grateful for it. But all my stuff, regardless, all my stuff still had my name on it. My uniforms, my equipment, all of it had my name on it one way or another. That includes my OCPs. That includes even all the way to my underwear. I think the only thing that doesn't have my name on it is my socks. But that's your guys' preference. It's up to you guys if you guys want to put your name on it. I highly recommend it. That way, just in case if you end up, misplacing something, they can easily find it. Including my hygiene stuff. My hygiene stuff all have my name on it as well. So everything had my name on it, even though some of it was kind of fading, but it all had my name on it. I will go more into details and make another video on, hygiene stuff and, your packing list in a sense, if you like to say. All right, so like I said, these bags are nice and sturdy, and as you can see, I got a nice rucksack in here, so I'm gonna have to try to pull that out. These are all my PT stuff. PTs are going to consist of black socks, shirts, shorts, pants, long sleeves, and possibly the jacket and gloves as well. Now, we pretty much did some type of PT almost every morning. I will definitely make another video because that is something I can honestly say I was not satisfied with the type of PT that we did there. For me, it felt like I was at fat camp, to be honest, but I would definitely make another video. I know for a lot of other people, some people did struggle. It was sad to say, I don't know how, but I would definitely make another video of that. But this is pretty much going to be all my PT stuff: socks, shorts, pants, long sleeves, jacket, and pants. So you have what they call winter and summer PTs. All right. Here's another one. This is mainly just a jacket. They call it just a fluffy jacket or sweater, however you like to refer it. It is very fluffy. I have not put this on. No one really put this on outside of the bay. There were some people that did put it on during the time in the bay. They said that it keeps them very warm. It looks like it. It's very fluffy as well. So, I don't know. And then here's my tides. You will buy, your tides over there. So, there's mine. I kept as much stuff as I could because I paid for them. And I can utilize them here at home. Oh, your best friend that will accompany you everywhere throughout your time at BCT. And for the most part, I kind of hated it. This is your Camelbak. This will mainly be with you throughout the time you are at BCT, no matter if it's PT or you're out on the field, you will always have this. The only time you were pretty much able to take this off is when you're refilling it or while you're going to bed or sometimes while you're in the bay. That's pretty much it. Other than that, if you're outside the bay, this better be on you. If not, have fun because you will technically get some type of smoking or correctable actions. This also has my name on it. Like I said, everything for me was labeled. Like I mentioned, this is another thing. Here it is. So this is the way it is. As you can see, it has the same green tape. And then that all faded, that's your sticker where it will have your name and or roster number. And then you'll put a clear tape on it so that way you can easily identify it. So for the most part, I kind of hated it. I'm not much of a water drinker anyways, but I did kind of hate it because it was just something I hated carrying on my back. I really don't like having things on my back, let alone a Camelbak. But that will be your partner in, partner in crime in a sense. And let's get this Camelbak out. All right. You guys will be surprised when I get the bag out. That's how big it is. It is a good height. It would be probably close to maybe 2.5 feet tall. Because here's the length of my arm. Pretty much the length of my whole entire arm. And then this is pretty much what you'll be rocking with throughout your time there. Here's your towels. They'll give you 4. My fourth one is somewhere else because I did have to utilize I had to utilize one for my last day there. I had pretty much almost everything packed about 3-4 days before graduations. So here's your other stuff. You'll get another hat. These are my extras. And then you'll get your belt. This is your beret. your belt, and then you have these type of gloves as well. So you have 2 pairs of gloves. These are your what they call tactical gloves, and then you'll have your regular black gloves. This is your laundry bag. So that I'm aware of, there should be another one down here. Here's the other one. So you'll end up ending up with 2 laundry bags, just like that. And then this is your shovel. Your shovel is mainly going to be in there in your rucksack. You're not really going to use it. I never use mine. Oh, there's a funny story to that. I technically somewhat use mine in a sense, if you like to say, but that was just to get into my locker because I ended up locking myself out of my locker. So like I said, I had a great platoon and a great bay. We all helped each other out. And this was around week 2 or 3 or so. And we were able to get into my locker without cutting my locker off. I thought we were going to have to break it off so I could get in. But I had one of my platoon battle buddies help me, and they used their shovel because, as you can see, it's called an e-tool, but it's a shovel. It's a foldable shovel. And they opened it up, and they scratched it up a little bit. I'm like, if they wanted to switch, that was fine. So we ended up switching because he wanted more of a newer one. Mine was still in a box. So if you like, I got the scratches right there. That's the only little scratches that the locker made to get in. So I didn't care as long as I was able to get into my locker without busting my lock up. I was fine with it. But yeah, if you like to hear more of that story, there's only like a handful of us from my platoon and bay that know about it. But if you like, I'll feel free to, tell you guys more about that story. Just drop your comment and let me know if you want to hear more about it. Like I said, great platoon, great guys that I had in my bay as well. So let's continue. I believe that's pretty much it in the bag. So those are my 2 duffel bags. There are more stuff in my rucksack, as you can see. My rucksack has a little bit more stuff, as well as your pair of boots. You will get 2 free, they will issue you 2 free pairs of boots. Please, I am definitely going to make another video on that, on the boots and everything. But please do not throw your boots away. Keep those boots. Yeah, they're not the best or anything like that, but they're 2 free boots that you get to keep. Whether you could keep them for training, for other purposes throughout your military career or any other type of career that you might want to go into, they're going to be beneficial. They're free. Obviously, a lot of people complain about them just because, the material, I guess, or how heavy they were and stuff like that. But I'll make another video on that. Like I said, a lot of sensitive people that just I don't really have much to go off of that. I couldn't believe how many people would cry over a pair of boots. So like I said, overall my experience and everything was fun. I did expect a lot more from BCT, but yeah, what really shocked me was a lot of people that were there, and honestly, they should know what they're putting themselves into before they sign up, because they just put it in a nice way. A lot of crybabies in a sense. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. Like I said, I'm here to tell you guys the things that were good and the things that were horrible. But other than that, that rucksack. I do have more stuff, but that's mainly like, your blue book and stuff like that, your study material. I will definitely make more videos because that's not really equipment. That's more of your study materials and study equipment that you need. Like I said, I'll make another video on that. But overall, that's pretty much it, except for my pinks and greens, which is your graduation uniform. You do have to turn in certain things back, such as you have what they call a flick, which is like an outer vest. You have your other vest, which is the heavy duty one. And then I think I have my knee pads and stuff like that as well. But I'll show you guys more as I unreveal my rucksack on my next video. But other than that, keep following. Drop your comment down below on any other videos that you would like me to make, whether it's BCT, your equipment, your gear, your uniform. Feel free. Other than that, I am glad to be back home. I got my daughter right here with me, my youngest. Say hi. So other than that, I am glad to be back.